The power of habits, how to rewire your brain. Every day, we do hundreds of things without thinking much about them. We wake up, check our phones, brush our teeth, drink tea or coffee, go to work, and follow many routines. These repeated actions become automatic, like running on autopilot. These are habits. Habits are not just little things we do, they shape our lives, our health, our success, and even our happiness. But how do habits work? Why are bad habits so hard to break and good habits so hard to build? And more importantly, is it really possible to rewire the brain and change habits for good? To understand the power of habits, we first need to look at how the brain works. The human brain is always trying to save energy. Thinking deeply about every action takes time and effort. So, when we repeat a task enough times, the brain stores that behavior in a part called the basal ganglia. This part of the brain helps form habits. It allows us to perform common actions automatically without needing to use much willpower or concentration. Imagine learning how to drive a car. In the beginning, you have to focus on every little thing, the pedals, the mirrors, the road signs. But after some time, your brain learns the pattern and driving becomes automatic. That is your habit system at work. The brain loves patterns, and once a behavior becomes a habit, it sticks unless you make a strong effort to change it. Every habit follows a simple loop: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is a trigger that tells your brain to begin the behavior. It could be a time of day, a feeling, or a place. The routine is the action you take, and the reward is what your brain gets from it, like feeling relaxed, happy, or energized. For example, if you feel stressed, cue, you eat junk food, routine, and you feel comforted, reward. The brain remembers this loop. Next time you feel stress, it pushes you to repeat the same routine. The tricky part is that once a habit is formed, your brain does not forget it. That is why old habits can come back, especially when you are tired, emotional, or under pressure. But the good news is that while you cannot erase a habit completely, you can replace it. You can create a new routine to respond to the same cue and still get a similar reward. Over time, the new habit can become stronger than the old one. Let us say you have a habit of scrolling through your phone late at night. The cue might be boredom or feeling tired. The routine is opening social media. The reward is a feeling of entertainment or escape. To change the habit, you can keep the same cue and reward but change the routine. So instead of scrolling, you might read a book or listen to calming music. At first, this will take effort, but with practice, your brain will begin to accept the new pattern. Changing habits is not just about self-control, it is about training your brain to respond differently. This is what scientists call neuroplasticity. It means the brain can change its structure and function based on how you use it. When you repeat a new behavior over and over, the connections in your brain become stronger. It is like walking through tall grass. The first time is hard, but the more you walk that path, the easier it gets. Eventually, a clear trail forms. That is how new habits are created. Of course, changing habits is not easy. It takes time, patience, and consistency. Many people fail because they try to change too much at once. They get motivated and want to transform their whole life overnight. But the brain does not work that way. Big changes require a lot of mental energy, and when that energy runs out, people give up. The secret is to start small. Choose one habit and break it into tiny, manageable steps. For example, if you want to start exercising, do not try to go to the gym for an hour every day from the beginning. Instead, start with 5 minutes of walking or stretching at home. Once that becomes a habit, add more time. Small wins build confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Another important tool for building habits is your environment. Your surroundings have a huge effect on your behavior. If you want to eat healthier, keep fruits and vegetables within reach and hide junk food. If you want to read more, keep a book on your pillow or your desk. Make it easy to do the right thing and hard to do the wrong thing. Your brain will take the path of least resistance. Accountability also helps. When you tell someone about your goal, you are more likely to follow through. Having a friend, a mentor, or even a journal to track your progress keeps your brain focused. Rewarding yourself for small achievements also keeps you motivated. Rewards can be anything that makes you feel good: praise, a treat, a break, or even just checking off a box on your habit tracker. Your brain loves rewards, and they help the new behavior stick. But what if you fail? What if you miss a day or slip back into an old habit? That is normal. Everyone slips sometimes. What matters is how you respond. Do not let one mistake turn into a full relapse. One missed day does not ruin everything. Forgive yourself, learn from the slip, and get back on track. Over time, consistency matters more than perfection. Also, remember that not all habits are about actions. Some are about thinking. Negative thought patterns, like always expecting the worst, doubting yourself, or comparing yourself to others, are also habits. You can rewire your brain to think differently. Start by noticing your thoughts. When you catch a negative thought, replace it with a positive or realistic one. It will feel strange at first, but with repetition, your brain will start to believe the new thoughts. Positive thinking becomes easier when it is practiced daily. Building good habits is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your life. Whether it is waking up early, eating healthy, staying focused, or being more positive, it all starts with training your brain through repeated actions. Your habits become your identity. If you stick to healthy routines long enough, you start to see yourself differently, not just as someone who tries to be healthy, but as someone who is healthy. Identity shapes behavior, and behavior shapes identity. So, if you want to change your life, do not wait for motivation. Do not rely on willpower alone. Use the science of habits. Start small, stay consistent, and shape your environment to support your goals. Be kind to yourself along the way. Your brain is always ready to grow and adapt. You have the power to rewire it and create the life you truly want. If you found this video helpful and you want more simple and clear explanations about how the brain and behavior work, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot and helps us bring you more useful content every week. Thank you for watching.